Hello and welcome to my August update from the Garage Railway. Here the two known as Hitchwood Junction. I understand I have all of the other railways that I see are called junctions. I'm going to call it Hitchwood Junction because of the station which will be modelled on Hitchin Station. Started working on a bit of a platform. It needs a lot of work, just mapping out where the platform will go, how long the carriages will be and whatnot, and the other one will run down here. It won't be this one, I don't know that. What I'm working on this month, and hopefully I'll fit it in all in, is this section here, which is a viaduct section. Now if I take you over to there, you'll notice that the baseboard I've got, I drop it down from here, it drops down to a lower level. This is 10 centimetres, 100 millimetres lower than the rest of the track up here, so I'll be able to put a valley in, a nice valley in here, and then here it will continue up higher. So I've started work on the viaduct, and it's here. It's been gluing overnight, so I'll take off these. This is because I've added in these cross members, that's not supports. These supports, so I'm going to get these off now and have a look at how we're looking. I've added in the arches from the front side of the viaduct. I'm going to see how they've glued. The glue could have seeped through and made all of the ink run, but we shall see. I'm going to take these off now. Right, so that's all of the braces taken off. I'm pleased to report the glue hasn't seeped through onto the print work. I've got to take off all of these little bits now, and then I'll put it up the right way and see how it looks. Right then, so all of the tape is now off, so I can now see the basic shape of my viaduct. The piers obviously are going to carry on down here, and it follows all the way around to so that's the shape of the viaduct. Now I can show you on here the way that I've had to create this. The arches, instead of tapering the arches, the shape of the arches, I'm going parallel with them. So on the back side, this side here, the arches will be a lot closer together. Where these buttresses are here, they'll be a lot closer together as they go through these sections. That will be parallel and they'll be a lot closer together. That's just because that's how it would have been built. And also it means that it will look much better when it's put together. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not sure how I'm going to fill in all of this. I think once I've made it completely, I'm then going to have to lacquer it and lacquer it and lacquer it, so when I put down all of the mod rock I've got, it won't affect all the colour and everything. So I'm going to carry on with this. I think my next step will be to put in the arches on the other side, so I can then put in the inside of each of the arches, and then it'll be putting in piers. Good stuff. And of course I'm going to put chalk. Forgot the name of it. This stuff. Cork. That's the stuff. Cork. So I'm going to redo that. Also I'm going to put in this cork all the way along the top so I can have my double line, and then once I've done that, it'll be putting on the edge. Super. So I'm gluing in these arches. You can see it's quite an involved process. I've used the bit I've cut out as a former, and that's worked quite well. One I've finished off here. You can see the edge is exposed here, which I'm not too worried about actually, because it takes it's going to take so much weathering. It's going to be almost black in places, so it will all be covered over quite well. I've got half of the arches in. Doing this on a curve is proved to be very hard, but I will get there in the end. What the tricky thing is, as you can see here, is this arch, instead of tapering it closed, because they're all parallel, makes it really tricky, but I should eventually get all of these in, and then the piers will go on this. These will rest on the pier, the tops of the piers, and hopefully I'll then start seeing a bit of a viaduct rather than what is at the minute a gluey mess. Okay, so I've been weathering. You might notice from the kit, if you know the kit, I've taken out these bits here because on the actual viaduct they don't have them. They have them high up on this section above here, but they don't have them down here. So I'll be able to have more weathering there. I've been trying out a pier. But all of this pretty much came to a halt when I developed a short in the track, so no trains would run. I took all the wiring apart underneath and redid all of the wiring. Put in a load more dropper wires, so every piece of track, where if there's a join there's a dropper wire, so every piece of track has now got droppers on it, so it'll work even better when I run it in DCC. So I've got it all working. In the end I found the problem and it was over here. I've got a picture as well that go with this. This here, under here, a fish plate. You've got between there, I couldn't see it at all, and it was just shorting everything out, which was a total nightmare because it was really hard to find. I found it just at the very end of losing my tether. So all work on the viaduct stopped. I've done a bit of weathering, as you'll see, and I've tried out fitting a pier, and I've also now put in some of the shape of the valley that the viaduct will run down to. So you can see my valley actually runs along here, and the little river will run out here. This section here is going to be a waterfall because this will continue to run up here to this level and then go higher all the way around. This level here will be visible the entire way around the track, but behind all of this, when it goes at the back, there are about another 3 or 4 tracks, and that'll all be in a verge in a hill. So this will all continue to go up to roughly about this height, I think, before it reaches the backboard, and that'll go all the way around. So I'm quite pleased with this mod rock stuff. It's all set in now, so I wanted to get this finished by the end of this update, but that's just not going to happen. So I'm going to finish my update quite soon, actually, probably in the next 30 seconds. And for my next job, I'm going to continue this viaduct, finishing off this top section and fitting all of these piers. They're going to be tricky because every part of it is a different shape, but I'm going to put them all in as I go along and kind of fit them all as I go, and then I'll be able to put down some scenic materials and stuff like that. I hope I'll at least get a bit of colour on there. Good stuff. So that's the end of this update. I can't think of anything else I've actually done. You might have seen I've painted it all black. I probably mentioned that before, and I'm very pleased that it's all wired now. I put on a post of this with this working just recently, just a turntable update, so have a look at that. I apologise for the driving of the trains, locos, sorry. I'm not great at it yet, but I'm slowly getting better and better. And this little 4F that I brought back to life, I'm really excited about. It's doing really well. So I've been enjoying kind of watching this little devil go around. Okay, thank you very much. Please subscribe for more info.